Have you ever put together a beautiful outfit? Favorite trousers, crisp blouse, hair cooperating for once, and then grabbed your handbag and felt the whole look just deflate? That feeling is not a coincidence. That is your handbag working against you. We spend hours on our clothes, but we grab our bag without a second thought. Here's what I need you to understand. Your handbag is the punctuation mark of your outfit. It is the final signal that tells the world, I put thought into this, or it tells them something else entirely. After 60, we have earned the right to look like women of substance, and the right, or wrong, bag is doing that work silently, every single day. All right, let's start with the hard truths. These are the 5 styles that are quietly lowering the perceived value of your look, often without you even realizing it. I say this with love, because some of these might be sitting in your closet right now, and that's okay. Knowing is half the battle. Trap number 1. The logo overload. You know exactly the bag I'm talking about. The one where a luxury brand has printed their initials or their signature pattern so densely across every surface that you can barely see the actual material underneath. And I know. We used to think that looked expensive. If the logo is everywhere, people know it's designer, right? Wrong. Here is the truth that the fashion world has quietly shifted on. The women who are considered truly stylish, truly elegant right now, they are not the ones wearing head-to-toe logos. That era has passed. When a bag is covered in someone else's branding, you don't look like you own a luxury item. You look like the luxury item owns you. It takes the focus off your face, your presence, and your personality, and redirects it to a brand's marketing department. And at this stage of our lives, we are the statement. The bag should support us, not compete with us. If you love a designer, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, choose a style from that house that is classic in shape and restrained in branding. A subtle monogram on the interior lining. Lovely. A small discreet logo on the clasp. Fine. Wall-to-wall initials from top to bottom. Let's leave that in 2003 where it belongs. Trap number 2. Flimsy. Peeling synthetic leather. Now, I want to be very clear here. I am not anti-vegan leather. Not at all. There is extraordinary quality, faux leather on the market today. Bags that look and feel every bit as luxurious as the real thing. I am absolutely pro-high-quality synthetic. What I am against is the cheap version, and there is a very easy way to tell them apart. Run your hand across the surface. Does it feel papery, almost like a laminated cardboard? Does the finish have a high plastic sheen, the kind that reflects light like a raincoat? And look at the straps. Are they already beginning to peel at the edges, showing a fabric or foam layer underneath? Those are the signs of a low-quality synthetic, and they are the fastest way to make a carefully assembled outfit look budget. Good faux leather has weight to it. It has a slightly matte finish that mimics real hide. It doesn't peel and it doesn't crack, at least not for years. So the rule isn't buy real leather. The rule is buy quality material, whatever that material is. The weight, the finish, and the construction will tell you everything. Trap number 3. The sagging oversized tote. I have so much compassion for this one, because I understand the impulse completely. We are women who carry our lives with us. The wallet, the glasses case, the hand cream, the phone, the keys. And yes, sometimes the backup snack. I get it. I really do. But here is what a structureless, sagging tote does to your silhouette. It creates visual heaviness. When a bag loses its shape and just droops off your shoulder like a giant soft mass, it drags the eye downward. It makes the whole body line look pulled down and heavy. And there is an association, rightly or wrongly, between a disheveled bag and a disheveled life. It gives an impression of tiredness, of being overwhelmed, and you are neither of those things. If you love a tote, and I do too, we'll talk about the right kind in a moment, look for one that has some internal structure. A base insert, stiffened sides, a bag that, even when full, maintains a clean silhouette rather than collapsing into airs. Shapeless sack. The bag should hang with intention, not sag with apology. Trap number 4. Bright, brassy, yellow gold hardware. This one is a detail. But details are everything. The zippers, the clasps, the chain straps on your bag. These tell you an enormous amount about the quality of the whole piece. Cheap hardware has a very specific look. It's a bright, almost fake-looking yellow gold. The kind you'd see on costume jewelry from a clearance bin. It catches light in all the wrong ways, and it has a clunkiness to it that screams budget. Compare that to the warm, deeper brass tones on a well-made bag, or the understated cool of brushed nickel, or an aged gold that has a slight patina to it. The difference is subtle when you first see it, but your eye registers it even when your brain doesn't name it. Before you buy your next bag, flip it over, tug the zipper, tap the clasp. If it feels hollow, sounds tinny, or looks like it belongs on a Halloween accessory, that one detail will undermine the entire bag. It is the fastest quality giveaway there is. Trap number 5. The dated novelty bag. This one requires a little grace because novelty bags are genuinely fun. Fringe, rhinestones, beading, bold charms dangling from the zipper, embroidered patches. I understand the appeal. They're playful. They feel expressive. But here is where I want you to be honest with yourself. There is a version of playful that reads as charming and confident, and there is a version that reads as trying too hard. And unfortunately, heavy novelty details, especially when stacked together on the same bag, tend to lean toward what fashion people call a junior look. It creates a jarring contrast against a sophisticated, mature wardrobe. When your bag is doing too much, it competes with your entire outfit rather than completing it. Everything is fighting for attention at once. A single unique detail, an interesting buckle, a beautiful textured material, a subtle embossed pattern. That is personality. That is chic. But fringe and rhinestones and dangling charms all on the same bag, that is clutter. And clutter is the enemy of elegance at any age. Okay, before we get into the good stuff, and trust me, the second half of this video is where things get really exciting, I want to pause for just a second and ask you something. Are you subscribed to this channel? Because if you are not, you are genuinely missing out. Every single week, I put out videos designed specifically for women over 60 who want to look polished, intentional, and completely ageless, without spending a fortune or following trends that were never meant for us. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button right below this video. And if you want to make sure you never miss an upload, tap the notification bell too. That way YouTube will actually tell you when new content is here. It takes 5 seconds, and this community of women we are building here, it is something really special. Okay, now let's talk about the bags that are worth every single penny. Investment number 1. The structured top handle bag. I want you to picture the most elegant woman you can imagine. And I promise you, in your mental image, she is carrying something structured. A bag that holds its shape, whether it's on her arm or sitting on the table in front of her. A bag that looks like it was placed there on purpose. That is the top handle bag, sometimes called the lady bag. Think of the classic doctor's bag silhouette, or a stiff box-style satchel with 2 short handles at the top. Here is why this shape is so powerful. Structure communicates intention. It says, I did not grab whatever was by the door. I chose this, even if the rest of your outfit is completely casual. Dark jeans, a linen shirt, flat sandals. A structured top-handle bag transforms the whole look into something considered and elevated. You do not have to spend a fortune on this. There are excellent structured bags at every price point. What you are looking for is a bag that does not slouch, a bag that stands on its own. That one quality changes everything. Investment number 2, the Pebbled leather satchel. If I could only recommend one material to every woman over 60 for her handbag, it would be pebbled leather, real or high-quality faux. And the reason is both practical and beautiful. Pebbled leather, that slightly textured small-grain surface, is forgiving in a way that smooth leather simply is not. It doesn't show scratches. It doesn't catch every minor scuff. And here is the part I love most. It actually ages beautifully. It develops a richness over time that gets better with every year of use. A pebbled leather bag at 5 years looks more expensive than it did the day you bought it. You cannot say that about many things. Visually, the texture reads as luxurious. Smooth materials can look flat and cheap at mid-range price points. Pebbled leather almost always reads as higher quality, regardless of what you actually paid. A good pebbled leather satchel in a classic shape, structured, medium-sized, clean hardware, is the most versatile bag you can own. It works with trousers, with dresses, with smart casual, with everything. Buy one. Buy it well. It will last you decades. Wait. Pause for a second. I want to ask you, which of these bags do you already own? Because I have a feeling at least one of you has a pebbled leather bag sitting in your wardrobe right now, and you had no idea it was as valuable as it is. Drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to know. Okay. Continuing on. Investment number 3. The Minimalist Crossbody. For my women who love to stay hands-free, and I know there are many of you, this one is for you. The crossbody is one of the most practical bag styles ever designed. It keeps your hands free, distributes weight comfortably across the body, and when done right, it reads as effortlessly modern and polished. The key word is minimalist. What you want to avoid is the utility crossbody, the kind covered in exterior pockets, metal clips and buckles. That style has its place, but it tends to read as sporty or outdoorsy in a way that doesn't always translate to a refined look. What you want instead is a clean, streamlined silhouette, 1 or 2 subtle exterior pockets at most, beautiful hardware, and a strap, either a fine chain or a flat leather strap, that sits elegantly across the body rather than a wide padded hiking-style strap that visually breaks your silhouette in half. For color, and this is important, think cognac, burgundy, or navy. These neutrals read as expensive almost regardless of the material, and they pair with far more in your wardrobe than you might expect. A cognac crossbody in particular has a warmth to it that works beautifully with the earth tones, creams, and soft grays that tend to look most elegant on women in this chapter of life. Investment number 4. The Quiet Luxury Tote. Earlier I warned you against the sagging structureless tote, but I want to be very clear. The answer to a bad tote is not no tote. The answer is a better tote. And the better tote is what the fashion world right now is calling quiet luxury. What does quiet luxury mean for a tote? Clean lines, zero visible branding, no external logo, a smooth or subtly textured surface in a rich, deep color, a bag that looks, at first glance, like it might be from anywhere, because truly expensive taste does not need to announce itself. Think rich cream, chocolate brown, deep forest green, structured enough to hold its silhouette even when full, minimal hardware. The kind of bag that a room full of women will notice, but no one will be quite sure why. This is the bag that moves from a morning appointment to a lunch to an evening dinner without missing a single beat. It is elegant precisely because it asks no questions and draws no unnecessary attention. It simply looks like money. Every single time. Investment number 5. The classic frame bag. This is the most underrated style on this entire list, and I want to spend a moment doing it proper justice. Because I think when a lot of women hear frame bag, they immediately picture their grandmother's Sunday church purse. And that is not what I mean at all. The frame bag, built around a rigid metal or resin frame at the top, often with a kiss-lock clasp, has a slightly vintage quality that I think speaks directly to the elegance of this particular season of life. It has a mid-century sensibility without being costumey, and in modern colors, deep jewel tones, clean camel, a rich burgundy, it feels completely and utterly current. There is also something in the structure of a frame bag, in the very deliberateness of opening and closing that kiss-lock clasp, that radiates a particular kind of poise. It is not a bag you rifles through impatiently. It is a bag you open with grace, and that energy, that intentionality, carries into how people perceive you when you carry it. This is your evening bag, your theater bag, your dinner out with people who matter bag. It is not your everyday workhorse, but for those occasions when you want to signal refined, curated taste without saying a single word, a classic frame bag is your silent ambassador. Now, before I let you go, I want to give you 3 things you can do right now, whether you are shopping online, standing in a store, or doing a wardrobe audit at home. These are my 3 non-negotiables before I buy any bag at any price point. Tip 1. Feel the hardware. Pick up the bag and handle every piece of metal on it. Zip and unzip the zipper. Click the clasp open and closed. Lift the handles. Does the hardware feel solid? Like it has genuine weight and resistance? Or does it feel hollow and plasticky, like it might dent if you press too hard? Good hardware has heft. It has a satisfying, deliberate feel to it. Cheap hardware feels like an afterthought, and it will tell on itself within 6 months of regular use. Trust what your hands are telling you. Tip 2. Check the edges. Turn the bag over and look at the cut edges of the leather, particularly at the handles and along the top seam. On a well-made bag, those edges will be painted or burnished smooth. They look like a fine, even stripe of color, clean and consistent all the way around. On a poorly made bag, those edges will be rough, uneven, or already beginning to crack and flake. Most shoppers never even think to check this, but it is one of the clearest quality signals on any bag, at any price point. Tip 3. Shop the rich 3 colors. This is my favorite tip, especially for women working within a budget. If you want your bag to look as expensive as possible without spending a fortune, choose your next bag in one of these 3 colors: cognac, navy, or burgundy. These 3 colors have a depth and richness to them that mid-range materials carry beautifully. A cognac bag at $50 can genuinely look like a cognac bag at $500. The same material in bright red or pale blush will always read more budget than it is. Those colors are far less forgiving. Black is wonderful, and I wear it all the time, but black at mid-range can sometimes look flat and ordinary. The rich 3 add dimension, they elevate, and they go with more in your wardrobe than you might expect. Write those 3 colors down: cognac, navy, burgundy. Here is the truth I want to leave you with today. Style is not about how much money you have. It is about the choices you make with the money you have. A simple, well-structured bag in the right material and the right color can make a $30 outfit look like $300. You have spent 60+ years developing your taste, your instincts, and your presence. Don't let a careless handbag choice undo all of that work. Now, if this video gave you even one thing you didn't know before, I want to ask you a favor. Please subscribe to this channel right now before this video ends, because this is what we do here every single week. We talk about style the way it should be talked about, honestly, practically, and specifically for women in this beautiful chapter of life. Click subscribe, tap the notification bell, and if you know another woman who would benefit from this, share this video with her. That is how we grow this community, and that community is what makes this channel worth coming back to. Tell me in the comments, what is the one bag in your closet that makes you feel absolutely incredible every time you carry it? I read every comment. I want to know. And if this resonated with you, my video on 7 bags you should stop using. After 60 is linked right here. Go watch it next. I am here every week to help you stay ageless, intentional, and always stylish. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next one.